Alright, this should hopefully be going, and hopefully it isn't going to crap out on me. The internet has been very, very unstable for me in recent weeks, and it seems to be working now, but I'm not going to trust it indefinitely. Definitely going to be watching. Alright, so as the image indicates, come on. Sorry, YouTube just decided this video is unavailable on the laptop that I use for monitoring. It just does that. I don't know why. YouTube definitely has issues. At least with me it does. Yeah, in DiRT Rally 2.0. And this is the review playthrough for it. So here's the game itself. Now we get some of its audio because I was alt-tabbed. The key was provided by Tinsley PR for Deep Silver. Oh, just realized that's not in there and it should be. So I'm just looking, it'll be there when you see this. Sorry, I'm just focused on typing because it's kind of weird to stretch over it for the laptop. But yeah, it was just, the key was provided by an empty, yeah, it was provided by Tinsley PR for Deep Silver, who are the publishers, Codemasters are the developers. Yeah, so gonna be getting into this. Hopefully nothing will go crazy for me. One thing I do want to do though, yeah, there's a part of me that doesn't want to commit to doing my minimum, maximum acceptable quality stuff because there's a lot of options. And yes, it is custom. Basically, everything is enabled and turned up to its max except for motion blur. There's another one, and chromatic aberration. So motion blur, chromatic aberration. In case you're not sure, that's it can happen with camera lenses where, like at the edges of objects, you will see like red and blue shift away from the location, from the actual object. And I don't like that. So yeah, I keep that off. I did also make a change in the game settings to not have camera shake because I don't really like that either because it's just, I get its purpose, but it's just really annoying to me. One thing though I do want to quickly go through, I do have TAA off because I did have it on for a little bit before, and it, I could see that it was blurring some of the images. I'm trying to remember, was that only when I was looking at screenshots? No, that was when I actually, well, I wasn't moving in the game, so when you're actually playing, you may not really notice it. But that I'll look into later. But so there's that. I'm gonna run with it off though, so stuff will look the best. But also, I just want to go through the multi-sampling options. For one thing, it really should be called anti-aliasing in my opinion, because CMAA is not multi-sampling based. That is conservative morphological anti-aliasing, at least based on when I've looked it up, which is a variant of morphological filtering. It looks like it was developed by Intel with Codemasters for Grid 2. If you look up CMAA, you will find the Intel webpage and paper, like a white paper on it. It's meant to be between FXAA and SMAA in terms of performance and quality. But anyway, after that we got the basic 2x, 4x, and 8x MSAAs. Then we also have, and I have my RX Vega 64 in here, so an AMD GPU, and EQAA is a variant of MSAA that's AMD's. NVIDIA's equivalent is CSAA. EQA is enhanced quality anti-aliasing, CSA is coverage sampled anti-aliasing. They both work in the same way, but purely because of their naming system, like here 2F4X, that tells me what EQAA is doing. How CSAA is actually labeled. Well here, this doesn't even have a CSAA equivalent. That one doesn't. This one does. This would be the same as CSAA 8X, but this is actually what 4F8X would be an improved version of 4X. So that, but it's labeled as CSAA 8X by NVIDIA for CSAA. Then there's CSAA 8XQ, which is actually the same as MSAA 8X, so it's kind of weird that they even have that. This would be CSAA 16X, So notice it's 4, so it's still an improved version of MSAA 4X, and then CSAA 8XQ would be the same as this. Now this is the highest, and I'm honestly unsure if it's really necessary to go this high. I may turn it down probably to either one of these, or to like 4X. I don't know, I'll see how the performance is. Oh, that's not it. One more. There we go. So that's the highest. I don't know when it will be out because there's so many other things that are causing it to take longer. But I've been working on something where basically part of it involved researching various anti-aliasing methods. So I can quickly try to explain this. When rasterization is done, it samples a whole bunch of properties as the rays are cast through rasterization to penetrate and measure the objects. What both EQAA and CSA does is essentially increase the number of samples, but the additional samples are not collecting all the information. They're just looking for certain information, specifically coverage. MSAA can tell, it runs a check to see if the samples within the same pixel space are within the same object, or if one is inside, one is outside. This increases the number of samples used for that checking. It doesn't increase the amount of fragments, as they're called, that actually go into determining the color, but it is just running the check more. So the difference between these two, both the 4F16X and 8F16X, had the same number of checks for is it inside, or are these samples within the object, or are some of them outside. But 4F is using fewer of the fragments, the samples that have all the information that you need for determining the color. So that's... hopefully that thing will be out before long. In theory it will be. I'm hoping to be able to do something with it that'll also maybe give me some feedback so I can improve it. Then I'll be sharing that. Anyway, I am using my Steam controller, in case anyone is wondering. Just in general, I think that, you know, a joystick can be beneficial compared to using keyboard and mouse, but mainly the reason why I'm using the Steam controller as opposed to a DualShock 4 controller that I have and a USB Xbox 360 controller I have, I very much prefer the triggers, the analog triggers on the Steam controller to those two. Especially since I don't have it set up here or anything, but if you I find their action the most comfortable, but also they have at the base a button here. I think, yeah, that's that button at the base of the trigger. So I could like go in and program that to be when it shifts up, shifts up the gear up. I could also do it for the brake, so when I hit that it would shift down. I'm not doing that currently, but yeah, so that's, it's still, I just prefer the feel of those triggers the best of the three. And I have the paddles set up to hopefully be able to take screenshots and video. Alright, so let's get going. Oh, and by the way, the game isn't out yet. The embargo actually lifted today.
You will find a variety of events that you can take part in, earning rewards for your participation in the available challenges. You can enjoy driving in your preferred discipline, or if you're feeling brave, try out something different.
Yeah, so the embargo actually is up today, but last week, I got the key last week, but I was focused on reviewing Metro Exodus at the time, so I had to push this to now. This is when I finally am able to start it, so yeah, I've got a lot of things I've been trying to do, and things are getting pushed and not being as early as ideally they could be. But anyway, I got an update though today before starting, so I don't know what the substance of that update is, and I would not be surprised if there still is an update to come when the game does release. I am not sure. I'm just stating that maybe that'll happen. I don't think there'll be any weirdness though with the game. I've never had one before, and F1 2017, DiRT 4, and F1 2018, I'm pretty sure all three I got, when I reviewed them with pre-release access. So, and yeah, I don't. At Moser's F1 2017 didn't get the Toby eye and head tracking support until day 1, I think, was the case. Or got it. No, that was just when I started up. I didn't realize that the support was in it. This doesn't have it. I looked. Okay, yeah, so right now the frame rate is actually a little bit below 60. It's in 50s, which for a racing game isn't ideal, but right now these are just beauty shots, so it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, like, this isn't necessarily representative. Yeah, I'll hit skip. So I will see how it is. Actually, I can see how it is with
3,
this.
50, 6 left 30, turn square right.
It's only this shaking. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to...
3 left long, opens of a crest.
Okay. I definitely am going to need to change some things. Yeah, let's try this. Yeah, so I turn that down here. I want to tweak this. I'm just... Let's do that, because it's like, by the time I needed to turn, it was already giving me what the next turn was. So it's like, yeah, that's not so good.
To 5 right long, tightens 2.
No, that one.
Opens of a crest. Into 3 left long, opens of a crest. Into 5 right long, tightens 2. Opens of a crest. Into 4 left.
This is still sub 60. I would have thought that it would be
into 5 right.
Down to where I did would be
into 4 left.
That bad.
Cut. Into 3 right tightens.
But it's also I do have things
long, tightens
turned
4.
up as you saw in the graphics.
Into 4 right of a crest long.
I will get better.
To tarmac. 5 left long. 80. Gravel. Flat middle of a jump. 80. Grid and 3 right long. Into 3 left long. Tightens. 30.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have
crest
to do this shape.
And jump through narrow gate. Into 4 right long. Opens 80. Middle of a very long crest, 50 to stop. Well done.
Yeah, but a lot of that time was lost when I took the wrong turn and had the other issue. I started too early. Yes, repair it. Here we go. You know what? Actually, yes. Alright. Game settings. I'm sorry. This was just. It was. That was just very early for me. Still. It's like, don't tell me about. Before I make one turn, don't tell me about the one after it. It's like, no. Alright. I'm gonna try just 4x. Okay, that definitely bumped it up even now. I would not have thought that there would be... I was like, that's a few FPS there. Like 5 or so. Alright, I'm going to try sticking with 4x MSA. Now, to be fair, I could probably turn down stuff here that would help that. But for now, I'll go with that. And that may be a better idea anyway, because everyone should be able to have access to MSAA. I don't know... I would think NVIDIA GPUs might not have access to these, but they might have CSAA there. I don't know. I haven't put in a NVIDIA GPU anyway to test.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 50, 6 left 30, turn square right. Into 3 left long, opens of a crest. Into 5 right long, tightens 2, opens of a crest.
I think I am actually going to have to hit the brakes to make that turn
into 4 left, into 5 right,
Yeah, part of
into
it's
4
just fighting
left,
how
don't
I
cut,
prefer to race
into 3
when I
right
can.
tightens, into 5 left long,
In that
tightens
I,
4,
like to basically never use the brake, just to squeeze the throttle.
into 4 right of a crest long, tightens,
Slow down.
to tarmac, 5 left
And
long,
sometimes I can do it, like I just did there.
80, gravel, flat middle of a jump, 80, grid and 3 right long, into 3 left long, tightens, 30,
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not good.
crest and jump through narrow gate, into 4 right
Achievement
long,
unlocked, the right way up.
opens 80. Flat middle of a very long crest, 50, to stop, well done.
Yeah, that was like 23 seconds off of the previous one. Yeah. Alright, and I do want to do that again. There was something that crossed my mind that I should do it, I just don't remember what it is now. Something in the options. No. Oh, no, no, no. What? What just happened? Oh, crap. Oh, well.
Starts 50, 6 left 30, turn square right. Good luck.
I hit no, not saying that I don't want to repair, but no, I don't want to start. I want to do another shakedown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 50, 6 left 30, turn square right. Into 3 left long, opens of a crest, into 5 right long, tightens 2,
Really don't have much traction.
opens of a crest,
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm just gonna want to turn down a lot of the some of the graphics options.
into 4 left,
Turns out a lot of them
into 5 right,
worth it on resolution.
into 4 left, don't cut, into
Sort
3
of
right,
like a
tightens,
1080 plus.
into 5 left long, tightens 4, into 4 right of a crest long, tightens, to tarmac, 5 left long, 80, gravel, flat middle of a jump, 80, grid and 3 right long, into 3 left long,
Sorry, that hit
tightens,
was
30,
well, crap. Hang on just a second, since it's already screwed up, might as well. Come on. The preview stopped, so I figured, you know, I just screwed things up here anyway. Why not get that taken care of? But no, the hitch was because I tried taking a screenshot.
and jump through
Sometimes
narrow
games
gate,
don't like that.
into 4 right long, opens 80. Flat middle of a very long crest, 50, 6 right, 80, 6 right of a long crest, tightens, into 5 left long, tightens of a crest,
Oh, thank you. I'm thinking the tree because it knocked me back
into 5
onto
right of a crest,
onto it.
into 6 left long,
Instead of just like dead stopping me.
into caution, 5 right of a crest, into don't cut, 2 left tightens
Oh
narrow,
man, this is not easy to control, but that's
into 6
it's
right,
dirt. It's supposed to be.
into 2 left tightens, into 3 right tight long, 30, 5 left,
Ah, okay. There we go.
30,
This is a lot harder than I
middle of
was
a jump,
expecting.
30, 4 right long,
I need
opens,
to be honest, this is for you.
into 6 left, opens of a crest, caution 30,
and
1
after
left,
this race,
tightens,
there
don't
is
left.
a note I want to make about it.
Into 6 right of a crest, into 3 left, into 5 right long of a crest, tightens 3, into 5 left, 30, crest, into 4 left long, into 4 right long,
Come on,
opens,
come on. Nope.
straight of a junction, into 4 left, tightens of a crest, straight of a junction, into 4 left, tightens of a crest, into 5 right, 6 left, 30, keep left of a jump into 6 right, 30,
I'm doing.
into keep middle of a crest, into 3 right long, tightens of a crest, into 5 left,
That's
5
related
right,
to what that note
middle of a crest, 40, 3 left of a crest, extra long, 50. Right of a crest to keep middle of a jump. 30. Slow 6 right of a crest into 1 left.
There we go.
Into 2 right long, tighten square right of a crest. Into 1 left long, tightens. 60. Flat right of a crest. 30, 4 right long tightens, to keep left of a crest, caution 30, 5 right long tightens, 3 of a crest, 60, over narrow bridge, 4 right,
Hang on. Sorry, I just... fuck. The internet has decided to screw me again, so alright. There's the cursor. There. Oh, wait, hang on, let me... I'm gonna stop the stream, but I'm locally recording. So, for this session, you're gonna still have a recording. I'm probably just gonna say screw it and not bother with trying to manage this bad connection and trying to stream still. Or just filling up my hard drive with recordings for this game. I don't think it's going to be that worth it. I still have the replay buffer that I will be using, and I can still record some things. I'm just not going to do a full review playthrough for this because I cannot do that when the internet is fighting me this way. So, yeah. But don't worry, I will put up at least the recording that I'm making now.